Hi everyone, Shade here with an updated version of my Tech Sniper build. This build works on very hard all the way up to level 60. I've gotten through all of Phantom Liberty with it, with few hiccups. Some of the bosses are a little bit more difficult if you're trying to use tech weapons, but that's why you have other weapons to fall back on. And I think you should try it out. It's very powerful and a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's get into the build. The first thing and most important thing with the Tech Sniper build is the Tech Sniper rifle. I'd go with Breakthrough here. This is, to me, one of the best Tech Sniper rifles in the game. You can get it really early in an early NCPD hustle right after you get out of the heist. The mods on this rifle basically make it so that it shoots through walls without having to charge it. The big thing with tech weapons is you have to charge them. They do extra damage when you charge them, and then they also shoot through walls. This doesn't have to. It just shoots for its normal damage, but shoots through walls all the time. And once it goes through walls, the bullets can ricochet, so you get a little bit of AoE damage. In my opinion, it's the best Tech Sniper rifle out there. It's got 4 shots. It allows you to extend your aim threshold for quite a while, and it's something that you should really think about using. I also use the Widowmaker, which is a tech precision rifle. It falls under the cool tree as well, and it's a great mid-range weapon when things get up too close and you can't have your sniper rifle out. Widowmaker is great. Shoots 2 bullets at a time, and they do chemical damage, which is really great. I also use Lizzie as a tech pistol just for even more upfront, and because the charge fires off all your ammo in one shot, it's really great to do just a lot of burst damage if you need it. All right, let's get into the relevant cyberware now. As you can see, I've got almost all slots filled. I just have the capacity to get up any higher, but some of the highlights of the build are Rara Aviz. This just adds a lot of armor. We are kind of squishy, so getting a lot of armor is imperative. You can use Parabellum if you don't want to spend the Cyberware capacity to have those. I also have the Epimorphic Skeleton, which adds, again, a lot of armor, but it also adds a lot of health. This helps especially because we do have Edge Runner on, which drops our health by our percentage of capacity, so having that kind of offset stuff is good. I'm using Chitin here because it has a ton of armor on it, but it also adds a lot of health regen, which is important. As I said, we're squishy, we get hit. Getting that health regen and health maxed out is important. Adreno Trigger is great because it adds movement speed for quite a while when you enter combat, and this is just extended by our reflexes. Since we've maxed it out, it gets another minute on there, so more movement speed is awesome to cover ground. And then Deep Field Visual Interface, while we do have the Nerves of Tungsten Steel perk that basically whenever we have Deadeye we crit, this just helps us when we're not in Deadeye, which happens if you're holding your aim too long. So this just kind of covers it. Plus we can hip fire with it and get at least a little bit of crit. I'm running optical camo tied with the relic tree. It's just amazing to just kind of drop most aggro and just kind of restart a fight is always good. And the cellular adapter just really goes with a tech build in general. It has a high armor, and then it has some decent extras like tech weapon damage and health item recharge speed. We do use heal and kill to get health whenever we kill an enemy. I'm messing around with Chrome Compressor, which just adds to my Cyberware capacity. You can also use Cyberdex with this. Those work. I love hacking, so Cyberdex are awesome. And you can use the Sandevistan if you really, really want to. Sandevistan just slows down time, and previously it didn't really work well with snipers, but now that they have the condition that it doesn't slow you down, you can fire off sniper rifle rounds. It's just a playstyle that I enjoy. And that the best one is Apogee here. You get 85% slow time plus headshot damage, crit chance, and crit damage. And when you kill an enemy, it extends the duration. And you can actually pair it with Axolotl. This also affects all Cyberware cooldown after you kill an enemy, but that pairs really well with Stand of Visten to give you basically unlimited uptime with it. It's just not a playstyle that I enjoy. All right, next on to my abilities and perks. I'll just kind of go through the major stuff that you should go for. There's a lot of window dressing, but I'll point out some of the big skills. Here's the spread. We're doing 20 reflexes, 20 tech, 20 cool, 18 body, and no intelligence. You can spread that out differently if you want to. This just gave me the best bang for my buck as far as skills go. In the technical ability, we are going to take Edge Runner. This adds to your capacity, but it also gives you a chance to go into a Fury state, which ups your damage, crit chance, and crit damage. The extra damage and crit damage are really important, but allowing us to go over our Cyberware capacity actually gives us better chances at better Cyberware. Chipware Connoisseur is important because when you upgrade, you can choose from a bunch of options. The best stat options for this are obviously headshot, multiplier. I think stealth damage kind of works with it too, but you can also get extra health, extra armor, and some extra recharge around there, plus extra crit chance if you want to keep stacking crit chance to ensure you have 100 even if you're not under Deadeye. And then in the tech tree, we want to take Bolt. Bolt is great. Adds 30% extra damage to each shot that we fire, so we're doing a lot of damage. And it pairs well with Chain Lightning, which adds an AoE effect. This is AoE lightning damage, so it does stun things, and it also does non-lethal damage. So every time you shoot off a bolt, it shoots a little AoE. I think there's a small cooldown because I've noticed it's not every time I do a bolt shot, but it's most times. As far as the cool skill tree, this is the sniper rifle, precision rifle, and pistol revolver tree. We want to take pretty much everything. And it starts with Nerves of Tungsten Steel, Deadeye, and Focus. These three skills together just ramp up the damage for sniper rifles. Focus, when you have it, it unlocks when you have full stamina and you aim. It makes it so that each shot you fire doesn't cost stamina. Paired with head-to-head, if you kill an enemy, it resets the focus duration, and then Deep Breath slows time by 25% to ensure that you always have a chance to headshot. Paired with Deadeye, Deadeye gives you extra headshot and weak spot damage and no bullet spread whenever you are above 85% stamina, which with Focus, we're shooting for our stamina cost is nothing, so we should always be over 85% stamina. And then Nerves of Tungsten Steel, whenever Deadeye is active, we guarantee crits for headshots and weak spot damage, and our damage is increased as the farther we are away from other things, which pairs well with Long Shot. When Deadeye is active, shots always deal full damage regardless of distance. So we're doing full damage crit shots all the time with all 4 shots. It's usually 4 kills, especially if you can get them to be close together, because you hit them with a bolt shot, it hits them with AoE, they're all stunned, kind of disoriented, and then you can just pick off the rest of them and go. The hardest thing is bosses, but that's why we include Widowmaker, which also falls under all of this stuff, so you can even focus aim with that and use Deadeye because it is a precision rifle. Some of the other ones are just some of the reloads, because sniper rifles are traditionally slow at reloading, so getting any kind of reload speed is important. And that actually pairs with reflexes here. So the most important thing, while the dashes and everything are really great, we want to get muscle memory. This allows us to reload weapons while we're sprinting, sliding, and vaulting. If you don't have this, you move really, really slow and you become an easy target for enemies, especially on very hard. So you want to make sure that you get muscle memory. I would recommend this as the first 2 points you put into this build because it's a game changer. I didn't have it for the longest time, and once I got it, it was insane. So I suggest you use that. And then for our body, I just pulled up some of the extra health regen because, as I said, we are very squishy. So getting just, health regen in combat, extra health regen for each % of missing health because we do get hit. And then whenever we use our health items, getting extra mitigation chance is really good. This gives us extra max health, more regen bonus. And then I've been playing around with Adrenaline Rush. I don't know if it works. I haven't really paid attention to it. but it was something I was playing around with specifically for the movement speed and damage. But you can also get this to gain immunity to movement penalties and knockdowns and everything. And this just extends how long you have Adrenaline Rush active. That's pretty much the build. This has been working really well. Like I said, I got through all of Phantom Liberty. I've gone through most of the game. This is kind of a different build. The focus of this build was to open up. I wanted to open up every door, so that's why I have Gorilla Arms, was so that I could hit that 20 body door opening. It's just one of those things that I really enjoy doing, is being able to get everywhere. I'm trying a intelligence-based alternative to this build, because if you've watched my streams lately, I can't make smart weapons work. I just don't understand them. And I love the Nekomata, which is what the breakthrough is. I just love that weapon. It's my favorite weapon in the game. So I'm trying to make a smart tech build that's kind of like this, but uses hacks and then uses sniper rifle to kind of clean up enemies if I need to. So maybe I'll have that once I get some stuff worked around. But I just want to say thanks for watching. I do have a Twitch channel, and I am part of the Sports Streamer program. So if you want to check me out, you can always take a look and see if I'm streaming. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.